I recently picked up a few things at Ulta and really wanted to sit down and try them with you. I will say some of the things I have already tried, but I wanted to kind of share with you guys the things that I have purchased myself. And also I did have to place an order online for a couple of things that I've wanted for a really long time because they're only available online. Okay, little backstory. I re-fell in love with the Nabla side-by-side palette. I'm obsessed with this. So after I re-fell in love with this recently, I was on Ulta's website and I was like, okay, I want to try the newest palette from Nabla. So I finally picked it up. It's called Read My Mind. This launched like a while back, so it's not a brand new product, but I still really wanted to try it. And it looks so beautiful, you guys. The packaging is so cool. It's almost like a puzzle, and do you see how it's raised? It has a really cool texture. The actual palette itself also has that same kind of mosaic tile texture. And the inside, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to use this, you guys. Look how cool the layout is. What I really like about this is it's kind of an entire look as you go across the palette, but it's also squared off so that you can make a look with the quads almost. Does that make sense? I'm thrilled. And it has similar textures, it looks like, to the side-by-side palette. So I'm just honestly thrilled to try this out and finally have it in my collection. I feel like there's been a surplus of eyeshadows launching recently. So the fact that I bought an eyeshadow palette that was not brand new was a little bit, I don't know, just maybe not like the best timing, but honestly, I've wanted to try this for so long. And when I'm inspired by an eyeshadow palette, I don't hesitate. So I also picked up the Nabla Vicious Mascara, and then we've got some other products like the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Concealer, which I did a whole review on over on TikTok, but I'm gonna be wearing it again in today's video. So I already did my brows off camera, and I actually recently restocked the Brow Wiz in my collection, and I bought this at Ulta when I was there a couple weeks ago. I got mine in the shade Ash Brown, and I've been wearing it nonstop, so I wanted to use that again. I'm gonna go ahead and prep the eyelids with my favorite primer, which is the NARS one, you guys know. And then we're gonna dip into that palette. I don't know, I'm just really excited about it. Okay, I'm just blending that out with my fingertips. I'm immediately drawn to this shade right here. It's a beautiful rosy tone. I'm gonna take that and start to apply it in the crease of the eye as my transition. I just really love this color story. I really love the way they've chosen to lay out the palette as well. Ooh, there's a film on the mirror. Little ASMR. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw this into the crease and then a little bit above as my transition shade. I'm gonna go into the rosy tone above the one we just dipped into. I love these types of colors. I really do also want to dip into some of like the matte green ones. So I'm thinking of doing like a pop of color on the lower lash line with that. I don't know, we're just gonna play around with this palette. So I'm just using that shade to kind of deepen up this outer corner here and bring it into the crease a little, just to start to add a little bit more dimension there. This shade right here is absolutely mesmerizing. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna take it on my fingertip. It's like, oh my goodness, once it's swatched, it has like this molten kind of gold reflect to it, but it's also very rosy. This is so pretty. I'm gonna start to apply this on the center of the lid. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, it's so pretty, wow. Oh my goodness, I don't think I have a shadow quite like this one. And I have a lot of eyeshadows, but I don't feel like I have something with this texture, this sort of a finish, and this sort of an intensity without it being like a liquid. It almost looks like it's a liquid shadow, but it's not. Oh my goodness. I'm thrilled if you can't tell. I swear, makeup never gets old to me, you guys. Like these textures and like discovering new products and just being creative with eyeshadow formulas and any formula for that matter. It never gets old to me. Are you guys the same? Just makeup always excites me no matter what. Look how pretty that is. Okay. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my word. Ah, that's so gorgeous. I want to deepen up the outer corner a little bit, so I'm going to take this one right here, shade number 9, and just kind of press that against the outer corner and the lower lash line. It's just a nice dark brown to add even more dimension on the outer corner. Okay, I'm just wiping away any fallout from under the eyes. I'm just gonna tap the edges down with my fingertips, and then we're gonna try out the Nabla Vicious Mascara. This is also a product that has been around for a long time, but I've just really wanted to try it, and I've heard really good things about it. The packaging is absolutely amazing on this. Look at this. It's so cool. It's very weighted, very luxurious feeling. And look at the cat. It's just so cool. I just love it. I don't know. It's very vicious feeling. So let's see. This claims to give extreme volume. What else? Instant extra volume. It should be well separated and it defines the lashes. I don't know. It takes me a while to get a good feel for a mascara. So I'm like not gonna be able to give you a full review, but I really wanted to try it on camera anyway. Look at the brush, it's actually smaller than I expected. A lot of times with volumizing mascaras, I find that the brush is usually pretty beefy to kind of go with the theme of the volumizing situation, but this is actually pretty tiny and precise. So I'm gonna go ahead and start to apply this to one eye. It feels like the wand is almost spiky to create that separation, which is good for separation, but sometimes I have to be careful with these types of wands to not actually scratch, oh, like that. Okay, spoke too soon. Like scratch the underneath of my eye, because I love to get right underneath the lashes, and sometimes if a wand is too spiky, I can accidentally scratch my eye a little bit, which is not ideal. So this is feeling like a little spiky, so I'm just gonna be more careful than I was a second ago. But this seems to be layering up really nicely. Okay. I actually like the wand, like it's easy to hold the cat. I'm saying the cat because I'm not sure if it's a jaguar or what. Jaguar, how do you say? I don't even know how to say that cat. But the handle's actually easier to handle than I thought it would be, having like such a different shape. All right, we're doing the same thing to this eye, just layering up that mascara. Okay, I really actually do like how that looks on the lashes. It actually feels really nice too. I'm excited. I like the amount of volume that it gave. I'm interested to see how this ends up wearing. I actually wanted to throw in a product that I've tried for a while. I actually bought this during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, but I don't think I've used it on camera yet. So this is the Beekman 1802 Bloom Cream. It's like a probiotic goat's milk face cream. And I've been really, really enjoying it. But I wanted to mention it in this video because, you know, it's something that I recently bought at Ulta that I've been really liking. So I'm just gonna use this as my primer, kind of. I feel like my skin has been so extra dry lately, so I'm just gonna use this to just rehydrate everything. But I've been using it a lot, like mostly during the daytime, but I have used it at night as well. I just feel like it's a very soothing moisturizer. It feels like it kind of helps balance my redness when I use it consistently. And I've been using it for a few weeks now, so I'm really liking this. While that sinks in, I don't have a new foundation that I wanted to try, so I found this in my collection and I really wanted to use this again. It's the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. It's been a while and I really like this. So I'm gonna take this and just apply some to the back of my hand. The only thing is I just wish it would be a pump for this applicator. It's just a little messy, but that's all right. It doesn't stop me from using it. I'm gonna pick that up on a brush and just start to apply it all over. This is such a fresh looking and feeling foundation, which I thought could potentially be nice with a little more of like a glamorous eye, just to keep the skin a little bit more hydrated and fresh, especially since my skin's been feeling a lot more dry as the weather's been cooling down. Which, speaking of, I need a good hand cream recommendation. Does anyone have like a holy grail hand cream? Because all of a sudden, as the weather's been cooling off, my hands just started like feeling so dry, and I know it's just gonna keep getting worse. And you know, I have some hand creams that I like, but I wanna know what your favorites are because I would like to have just a few like really good hand creams to kind of throw in my purse and in my nightstand. So let me know if you've got a good recommendation. I'm just pressing that in with my sponge. Then we're gonna go in with the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Brightening Concealer. Again, I have the whole review on TikTok, so I'll have that link down below for you. But spoiler alert, I really like this. If you're a fan of the Complexion Rescue Tinted Moisturizer, I think you'll really enjoy this. It's basically that formula, the same kind of gel consistency with like a watery base. It's almost cooling on the skin as well, but it just has a bit more coverage versus the original tinted moisturizer. So I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, picked it up directly with my sponge, and I'm gonna just throw that underneath the eyes. And you can see like it gives really nice coverage, but it's really hydrating, which I like. And I found that it doesn't crease underneath the eyes either. At least not on me, because I set my under eyes with powder, so when you set it, I found that it has really nice longevity. I have yet to try it on top of this serum foundation from L'Oreal, So we'll see how it works, but I mean, it seems to be blending out beautifully. I'm just gonna take what's left on the sponge and kind of add coverage where I have redness, so a little around the nose, and then we'll pop a little bit right here in between the brows. I'm gonna set that with a powder that I recently picked up at Ulta. It's from Anastasia. It's just their setting powder in the shade Vanilla. I've been using this for a while now as well, but it is a recent purchase for me, so I wanted to include it in today's video, in addition to the brand new things that I picked up. And I'm just gonna set that using this powder. I'm gonna use this smaller brush underneath the eyes and a bit in the T-zone as well. And then I'm gonna set the outsides of the face with a fluffier brush, just with the same powder. For bronzer today, I thought I would dip into one of my favorite bronzer palettes. This is also available at Ulta, but it's an old favorite of mine. It's the Juvia's Place Bronze Bronze palette, and I love the shade Light. I usually just typically use this shade on the top. It's a little more cool tone, but I'm gonna mix the two today, using mostly the top color, but a little bit of the warmer tone too, just to warm up the complexion. Okay, let's do something fun on the lower lash line. I normally would just totally stick to a full rosy tone look, but I can't not dip into one or two of these colors. So we're gonna do like a blue lower lash line. I don't know. It could look weird, but who cares? We're all friends here. And I'm just honestly feeling like just playing today with my eyeshadow look. I have nowhere to go, so I'm just gonna do something fun. Let's take the shade number 11, which is the lighter blue color. This looks so pretty. How cool would this color be, like just all over the lid and then with a pop of mascara? I think it'd be so nice. It's almost like a gray blue. It's like my favorite color. So I'm just gonna start applying that to the lower lash line, starting at like the inner portion and then working my way out to about halfway across the lower lash line. I'm just gonna take the same brush and dip into the shade number 12, which is that really pretty kind of sage green. And I'm gonna apply this on the outer third of that lower lash line, just to add a bit more depth. I really like that color, wow. All right, now I'm gonna take this shade right here, number 14, which is a really pretty golden color, and I'm gonna start kind of applying that to the inner corner of the eye, and then blending it up into the pink color that we have on the top lid. And then I'm also gonna take that and then start to drag it into the inner corner slightly as well. All right, I do wanna incorporate some pink on the lower lash line, so I'm gonna take that same shade, number 6, that we used as the transition on the top lid, and I'm gonna use that right underneath those two colors, just to add a little bit of warmth and depth around the lower lash line and to also incorporate the pink tones so that everything looks cohesive. All right, now I'm just gonna take that same Nabla Vicious Mascara and apply that to the lower lashes. Trying to be real gentle again so I don't poke my eye out. For blush, I thought that this would be a really pretty blush to use. It's the Flower Beauty Sweet Pea blush. This is an iconic blush in my collection. I love this one, and it's just a blush that I've used for so long. It's such a beautiful, cool toned pink, which I thought would be really pretty with just the color story of that Nabla eyeshadow palette. So I'm just popping that on the apples of the cheeks. And then I actually did recently pick up a new shade of lip liner, which I think I've used maybe once on my channel, but I picked it up as a part of one of my recent Ulta hauls, so I wanted to use it again on camera. It's the Anastasia lip liner in the shade Hazelnut. I love the shade Deep Taupe. It's so pretty and perfect for fall, but I was swatching this in the store and I was like, ooh, I think I'm gonna really like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and line and kind of fill in the lips with this. And I say kind of fill in because I'm just gonna kind of fill in the corners like this and leave the center bare. But it's a really pretty caramely nude. I don't know, I just really liked it when I swatched it, so I bought it. And then I also have recently picked up a MAC lipstick in the shade Honey Love. I actually used this once on camera already, but again, it's another product that I recently bought at Ulta, so I wanted to use it again. I'm just throwing that in the center of the lips and then pressing it in to the lip liner using my finger. I'm actually gonna take a fluffy brush and dip into this shade right here, number 13, and I'm kind of throwing that into the crease, well, actually a little bit above the crease as my transition. Well, I already have a transition, but I just wanna add a little bit of a brown color. Now that I have the lip color on, I just wanted to kind of combine a more brownie tone into the eyes a little bit, just to match that a little better. Okay, we're gonna assess the situation. I'm just taking what's left on the bronzer brush and going around the face to kind of make sure everything is nice and sculpted. I'm gonna take what's left on the blush brush, add a bit more blush. Do I want a highlighter today? Kind of, I don't know. Ooh, you know what I could use, which I've used this so many times, but it's another one of my recent hauls, at least, from Ulta, the Anastasia Iced Out Highlighter. let's use this again. Why not? I'm just gonna blend that into the highest points of the face. It's so pretty. I'm really enjoying this highlight right now. Okay, we're gonna lock everything in place with the MAC Fix Plus Stay Over Setting Spray. Just a little spritzy spritz. It smells just like the MAC Fix Plus. I love that smell. I think it smells so good. I'm just gonna press that setting spray into the skin to make sure that it's infused into the powder so that everything looks very skin-like. And then this is another product that I've been using a lot, but it is also part of a more recent Ulta haul, the Anastasia Brow Freeze. So I'm gonna use this again. And I actually did buy the brush too that goes with it. And it's been a great little brow gel. I see why everybody really loves this. I still feel that a clear brow gel in a bottle is a little bit more like practical for me as far as application goes, but the whole pomade thing is kind of fun if you have the time to do it. And this formula is really nice, so I don't mind it. All right, so that completes the makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of the things that I recently picked up myself from Ulta. I feel like it's really fun for me to obviously review new products, especially products that I receive in PR. It's always fun, it's always exciting. I love new makeup in general, but I also really want to, you know, share with you guys the things that I spend my money on, like the things that I browse and think about for a while, and then, you know, give you my opinion on it. So starting with the eyeshadow palette, I'm actually really happy that I picked this up. I feel like I made this look work. I actually do like the lower lash line, but I feel like I would keep it a little more simple next time, just with the color story. But I love like all the colors. I think it's a palette that I will be using every single shade in, which is rare for me to say. It's not always that way with palettes. Like usually I like most of it or I like the vibe of it, but I don't actually end up using every single color. But this one, I look at every color and it's just like, yes, I can't wait to put that on my eyes. So I'm really excited that I finally picked this up, even though it's not a brand new launch. The shade right here, number 5, especially that rosy golden shift, it's just beautiful. So I'm really excited about this. I can't wait to dip into more colors, and I don't know, there's something inspiring about this. Like I just really like how it's laid out. It's very easy because I could totally go row by row and create a whole look, or like I said before, you can do a quad, or you can be inspired by the top half and then maybe the bottom half is its own little palette. I just think it's really cool how they laid this out. So very thrilled about this purchase if you can't tell. The Nabla Vicious Mascara, I really liked how it applied. I like the effect. As of now, I just like it, so I'll let you guys know. I mean, it takes me a while to get familiar with mascaras, and based on the application, like I really do like how it looks. I don't know if it's like the best mascara I've ever put on my eyes, and especially since it has a little bit more of a scratchy applicator, I don't know, sometimes it like steers me away from using mascaras like this because I do love to really get into the roots of my lashes. So we'll see how this wears. We'll see how I end up using it, all that. I do feel like I like the palette more than the mascara right now. So yeah, I'm excited about it, but like not floored yet. It'll take me a little while to get a full opinion on that. The Complexion Rescue Concealer, I feel like it's a really great concealer. I haven't used it with a more glam look like this yet. For me personally, it's something that I'll use with the Complexion Rescue or with makeup like that for more of an everyday type of coverage, because it just is that type of product to me. It looks really nice underneath the eyes. It's very hydrating, like I mentioned before. The coverage is definitely there, but just the texture is something that I feel like I'll reach for more of like a no makeup, really fresh kind of a vibe. But I'm really liking how it looks actually, regardless, being set with powder and everything. So I really have been enjoying this concealer so far, especially since I'm such a huge Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue fan. Like I've been using that product since it launched, which was years ago. I think the lip combo is actually really pretty, and it actually matches the eyes really well now that I'm looking at it, especially my mirror right here, just having that golden pink and kind of having like a warm pink lip. So I'm really happy about the lip combo that I recently picked up. Like I said before, I really like the cream. So yeah, I'm the most excited about the palette, which I kind of expected, but it's just stunning. Goodness gracious, it's so beautiful. And I feel like it's something that you could wear all year round as well. There's some fall tones in here, spring tones, you know, it's just a good classic palette that I'm really happy to have in my collection. Nabla does such a great job with eyeshadow palettes. I'm thrilled, honestly. I feel like I'm gonna be using these back and forth now because they're just both so pretty. All right, so that completes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the things that I picked up at Ulta. Again, let me know in the comments if there's anything else that you want to see me review that's new. Like I said before, there's a lot of eyeshadow palettes that have launched recently, so if there's like a palette or anything that you want to see me try out that's new, let me know. Or if there's something that I've used that you want to see me reuse, let me know as well, because I love doing those videos too. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so by hitting the subscribe button, and you can also be notified every time I post a video by clicking the bell after you subscribe, and then you'll get a notification every single time I post a video, which is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.